I don't know what to say anymore about who we are, what we about. I know that Jerry has made a solid team. It's a country club. It's not a football team. And we try to pull for our team, but it's a country club. That's what he made it. I don't know if you guys remember back in the days when Jimmy was running the team, and Jerry used to bring these dignitaries into the locker room after the game, and Jimmy, that was the beginning of the falling out with Jimmy Johnson, because they weren't supposed to be there. That was something personal between him, the team, and maybe the owner. But you're bringing you want everybody to see what you got. You want everybody to see what you made. You want all your fancy friends to come on in, and rich and your billionaire friends to come on in and see your new toy. That's what we are. That's what the Cowboys are to him, is a toy. He doesn't take it seriously. He's making money off of this toy. And that's what he's done. He's built a country club atmosphere, a country club culture in the Dallas Cowboys. Take a listen to this.
It just seemed like we couldn't get out of our own way. But it's just a reminder of what this game is about. They can take some of what they showed out at the end of that game, and we can go forward with that.
Jerry, that's 3 losses in a row now at home. How concerned are you about that the home field advantage doesn't seem to be what it was?
Well, I'm not going to close the stadium if you're asking me that at all. So
he makes a joke about it.
Those hurt. Those really hurt. I hate it. I'm so proud of every fan and every seat. Everybody's not in the seat watching on television.
We've seen with the running back position, when you consistently feed the ball to one guy, like we saw with Derrick Henry tonight.
Now here's the insane part right here.
Just
Pay
stronger
attention.
and stronger throughout the game. Yep. Do you think you guys have put yourself in a situation by doing that position by committee?
I don't think so. I've seen it work good. I've been on part of teams that work good splitting it, and but I've seen it done both ways. And again, I saw Dallas really do some good things out there today. But I like where we are right now. I don't like the outcome of the last 2 ball games. And we were disjointed.
He said he likes where we are right now.
But at the
as
end,
far as
we
the running
did
back
something
position
there that we can build on. And again, you've got to think that we can play better than the way we played most of the game out there today.
You do have a big body back in Dalvin Cook sitting there in your locker room. Any desire to activate him soon and help this team out?
Well, again, I don't know that today I would point at any player at any position that might have made that much difference out there today.
I know you're not afraid of criticism, Jerry. When you look in the mirror, is there anything that, after seeing some of these 3 games, that you might have done differently as a GM to start this season?
I don't want to be trite, but I've never looked in the mirror but what I didn't have a lot of corrections to make, and I'm not trying to be cute. It just doesn't work that way. There's a few things that look okay at the time, but there's a lot of things that you can do better.
Does the fact that you guys came back from 28-6 down to make it a 3-point game at the end, does that demonstrate to you the players still buy into the coaching staff?
Well, I don't have any concern about our players buying into the coaching staff or the staff buying into the players. That's not it.
Talked going into the season about being all in. What does that look like throughout the rest of this season as far as upgrading at areas where this team struggled?
Yeah, well, I love our quarterback, who highest paid guy in the NFL, and I love our receiver. I like our offensive line, and frankly, I like some of the things we're doing in the defensive line. So I love that. I think that's something we should all hang our hat on.
Watching Derrick Henry do what he did, it didn't make you rethink your approach to the run game?
We couldn't afford that.
Why not? Well, you could.
I don't know. Why can't you buy a mansion when you live in a different kind of house? We couldn't afford it. We can't make that all fit. It's simple as that.
Did y'all see the arrogance? Did y'all see the arrogance when he asked him that question? You essentially build a country club inside a football team, and then you send your players out there to win. That's what we're dealing with, guys. We're dealing with a guy who has bought a toy. The Dallas Cowboys they're a toy. This is hobby. He's a genius in making money, marketing. He's a genius. He don't know what he's doing, man. When you make comments about the running game like that, when you make comments when you know last year, to me, by far, was Dak's best year as far as a player in the NFL under Mike McCarthy tutelage. Dak was up for the MVP probably around 4 or 5 games left in the season. That's how good he was playing last year in the system. Now, I know the system looks like crap now. But you remember after the bye, we were scoring 40 points. We were blowing folks out the water. Dak was having an amazing season. Now, you take that, you see what that has done. You know you're not going to pay Tony Pollard. You have CeeDee Lamb contract to do, you got Dak contract to do, and you need a running game to pair with your quarterback, your starting quarterback. What do? You take as long as you can to pay him. You paid him the hours before the start of the first game. You take as long as you can to pay CeeDee Lamb, where he misses practice, he misses training camp. You take as long as you can to do those contracts. If you would have been more proactive, you could have used that money to sign either Derrick Henry or Saquon Barkley. But you know what? That takes a real GM to figure that type of stuff out. See, a real GM is proactive, not reactive. Things you should have done before. The big picture. You got this quarterback had his best season. His best season. You're not that far away from getting back to the NFC Championship game. Instead of you getting it all out the way, instead of you getting CeeDee Lamb all out the way, but then you can maneuver the cap and go get the Derrick Henry who works out in Dallas in the offseason, decided this year to move to Dallas, and he wanted to play for you. He wanted you to call him. He wanted you to be there. He wanted to play for the Dallas Cowboys. And you didn't even pick up the phone. See, real GMs are proactive, not reactive. See, you got so much going on. You trying to make this country club and not focusing on the football things. You're not a GM. You're the owner of the team. Hire a GM, dude. But you know why you not do that? Because you're a narcissist. You want all the credit. You want all of it. That's why you got rid of the best coach you ever had who won back-to-back Super Bowls. You got rid of that dude because you wanted all the credit. How crazy is that? And after all these years, you haven't changed. You haven't changed. We keep waiting for you to change, and you haven't changed. You won't change. You will never change. We're the fools. We're the fools. Because we think he's going to change. We think one day the light going to come on. There is no light. He Darth Vader. This dude ain't going to never change, man. I know we want him to, but he never would change. You know, and I know Jerry Jones is the number one reason why we haven't been back to a NFC champ. I ain't even gonna talk Super Bowl. Let's just say NFC championship. Let's be 100. Come on now. We know this. We all know this. And every year as Cowboy fans, we sit back and wait for it to happen, like something's gonna change. And I ain't telling y'all to give up. I'm not telling you to give up. It's just, we have to be realistic with this. Look what he's telling you, man. Everybody and their grandmama know that we needed a running game to help with that. Derrick Henry would have been perfect for us. He was there. It was a layup. It was a layup. All Jerry had to do was catch the ball and lay the ball in. He fumbled. He dropped the ball. He walked. The arrogance of this dude, man. We need a running game. He went and got Ezekiel Elliott. Pay attention. Jerry loves to live in the past, man. He loves to live in the past. Why you think he have Mike Zimmer? He loves the past. He's not innovative. He's not fresh. Look at all the coaches he's hired. The only coach he's ever hired who was innovative was Jimmy. And you would think he would have learned from that. He didn't learn from that. Ever since then, it's been retreads. Retreads. Mike Zimmer is a retread. Bless his heart. Man, they're running circles around Mike Zimmer, man. Mike McCarthy is a retread. Mike McCarthy won a Super Bowl with the Green Bay Packers years ago. He's stuck in the past. Jerry Jones is stuck in the past. He hired retreads. That's all he does. This dude want to do it his way and no other way. And it's his right. This is his team. He had the money. He bought it. This is his team. He's holding us hostage because we love our team. See, we was down with the Cowboys before Jerry bought it. Old school Cowboys, Gen X Cowboys, we were down with Tom Landry and Tex Graham and them boys. So our allegiance to the Cowboys doesn't begin with Jerry Jones. It begins back in the days with Tex Graham and Tom Landry. I'm still going to root for the Cowboys despite this dude. But we got to be realistic, man, what we dealing with. And I don't know what's going to happen. His son seems worse. The Cowboys is a Lego set to this cat. This is toy. And I'm going to play with my toy and do what I want to do with my toy despite what all the experts, despite what all the fans, despite what all the people who know football, the GMs who know exactly what I need to do. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do what I want to do. That's Jerry Jones. You know, we all sit back and watch the off season when he said, and I quote, "I'm all in." That's what the man told us. And see, let me tell you another thing y'all missing too. Y'all missed this part. You remember when the season was over and we all was like, man, get rid of Mike McCarthy. Something has to change. And he was losing Cowboy fans by the droves. Let me tell you what he did. You remember he hired Jimmy Johnson as a consultant. Genius. And we was like, oh, we back. We got Jimmy on board. We back. Y'all remember that? He hired Jimmy as a consultant. He only did that to soothe us, to make sure that we were back into the fold and we wouldn't all leave the Cowboys and be done with what he's doing. And then he doubled down with that and came back and said, I'm all in. And we was like, oh, here we go. This is what we wanted. The man did absolutely nothing after that. Absolutely nothing. I know the defense got run over. Trust me. I got so much stuff for Michael Parsons in the defense. Dak, I got some stuff for you. Mike McCarthy. Oh, today, it's all about Jerry Jones. All right, guys, that's all I got today. We have a Jerry Jones problem. And us diehard Cowboy fans who ain't going nowhere, we got to put pressure on him to do the right things that he was supposed to do from day one.